Hello and welcome to your favorite morning show, Hello Africa, brought to you by Blackdrum TV. This is a special interview segment. Why? Because I have with me a content creator, a filmmaker, and a world self-renowned foodie. And I like to call him the person who single-handedly sort of revolutionized skit making and content creation in Nigeria and Africa, with clean shots and clear angles. I'm talking about Mr. Edem Victor. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Mr. Pelumi. This your hype is much. I didn't single-handedly do it too, please. So.
I understand. No, I understand. I'm not saying, as I said, almost single-handedly. But based on one or two things that we can see, it was a turning point for the skit making industry. Because I know that time when I was in secondary school, I used to watch what's the name of this guy? Don't Jealous Me. Don't Jealous Me. I think it was Yoruba Boys or African Boys, something like that. That had this feature.
Naija Boys.
Naija Boys. With Taylor Swift, was it?
This where the
Wrecking Ball.
Parody.
Never forget that. But then we've come a long way from that time till now, and things are really doing. So how are you doing now?
I'm doing great, thank you.
All right. So from my own end, we saw that you said you like food.
Yes, I do.
Do you have a favorite?
Yes, banga soup and starch.
I respect you. Because till today I don't have a favorite food. Like I don't know how you're able to choose one favorite food out of all.
It's just the meal where once you see it, whether you're in a good mood or a bad mood, you will eat it. You will still go for it.
I've had banga experience before. It was really nice. It was really good. All right, so let's dive straight into it. You had some trainings with Aki Alabi.
Yes.
At some point, and you learned one or two things there at some point. So in your experience, would you say mentoring is still very important?
Yes, I think it is still very important because you still need a guide. You still need someone to guide you. Although we have the internet now where there is YouTube and stuff, but you still need that figure. Somebody you can say, oh, I did this thing. What do you think about it, sir? What do you think about it, ma? Something like that. So I think it's still very important if you see the right person that can guide you. It's still very important.
I like the word you use, right person that can guide you, because sometimes some mentors tend to, for lack of a better word, tend to exploit their apprentices at some point in time. Would you say, regardless of that, would you think? Some people will be of the school of thought that they should not even get mentors at all.
And that's why I said if you can see the right person.
Alright. Okay, so according to what we've read and researched, Aki Alabi was someone who worked with Nice, Reminisce, Dr. Alabi, and a few other, A-list celebrities like that back then. So what was the experience like seeing him, work on projects with those kind of celebrities? Was it motivating? Was it challenging? Was there any pressure at all?
I think it was more of like a dream, because you get to go to sets where you see these people. Like, for me then it was just more of, let me go and take pictures with these people. It was not that I was there and say, because of this video and stuff like that. It was more, I went to set, I take pictures, hold the camera, quickly snap me, let it be like I'm shooting. It was more for fun because you see these people, you are in this industry where people that you normally see on TV, but now you are seeing them one-on-one. So it was a great experience. It was, it was good. And when I started to like really enjoy these stuff, it was now more challenging, and there was now pressure because I didn't have that much time anymore. Because there was actually when I started with Aki Alabi, I had like 3 months. I used like almost 2 months to be snapping pictures. So when I now started, say let me put mine in this thing, it was not 1 month remaining. So I now had to like triple my efforts. So it was very challenging. It was very challenging.
Well, you seem to like turn out well and you handle the pressure well.
But that's grace.
Like I say, diamonds are formed under intense pressure. So I think, thank God for the results. Edem Victor now.
Like you said, thank God.
So let's talk about something personal. I hope it's okay.
Yeah, fine.
Right, so we learned that you lost your dad at some point.
Yeah.
And you said that your relationship with your dad wasn't all that good. So what exactly happened? What was the relationship dynamics between you?
Not like there was fight or anything. It was more of, it was not. It now changed from the man I used to love. So I was indifferent, because I now saw him as somebody that it was now different. So I could not accept that this was the person, this is my dad, you know, the behavior was now different. So towards that end, the relationship was not so great. Even the last time I saw him, that was when he was about to travel to the village with my mom. I saw him and I was looking at him. I didn't say anything. Then he just called my name that I should come and hug him. I remember that hug. Yes.
Wow.
After I hugged him, I think it was Ojota Park. From that park, I cried. I was trekking. I cried to Ogba, where we were staying then. I cried from that, and I won't say, I don't even cry. I don't even cry. But immediately I hugged him from that park. I turned back and I was just thinking, was I right to, you know, to not have that great relationship with him, you know, even with everything he was doing at that time. I should have just, you know, let go. So everything, I was just crying. So when I got home, like, it was now like a few weeks later, my mom now called me that, hello, Victor. The first thing, I still remember, the first thing she said was, don't cry.
That same day?
No, like a few weeks after. Okay. She now called me, hello, Victor, don't cry, yo. I said, what? Your dad is late. I said, okay. She called the call. Immediately she called that call. Hey, Jesus Christ. I cried. I was crying, my friend, Tunde. I was in his place that time. I was crying to the point where his mom came outside that, what's going on, that they've never seen me like this. And I explained, you know, I had to call. I called some few friends of mine that they were I was just calling people to just cry. If I see that this cry, I have stopped it, I will just call somebody. My dad has died. If I just tell that person, how did it happen? I will just start crying again. I was just calling people to cry.
I was going to ask how it happened, but I think with what you said, maybe I'll just...
I don't want to remember. I don't want to remember.
Would you say you have any regrets?
Yes, like I said, I honestly wish that, you know, the relationship was not like that before he died.
I understand. But I feel like, you know, since you still had that last hug,
I think that
meant a lot to you.
It meant a lot too. It meant a lot. It meant a lot.
Right, so let's throw to Computer Village, right?
Okay.
Right. I seem to okay, you know how I laugh it up. I seem to recall your last in one of your interviews you said for 3 months you were in Computer Village and you did not learn one thing. What I just do when I get to the office, they just say, oh, sit by this computer, and I just sit there for like 3 months. Nothing. Wait, what were you doing on this?
I will just sit and just be looking.
At the seat for
nothing for like 3 months.
The whole day.
Nothing. Maybe when they come, oh, okay, go and get this thing. Come back. Nothing. I was the first to get there. I was the last to get there. So, you know, when you just do so many things at the same, like at such a young age, you were just trying this one. And I didn't, you know, I was not feeling too bad until when I now knew that it was now too tough for my mom financially. Yeah. You know, after like, oh yeah, take me to this one. I left this one. Come to this place. You know, I went to technical school, Edem Victor. After registration, everything. After my parents had done everything. 1 week later, I just told them I'm not going again.
Wow.
Okay, what happened? I said I don't like the place. But initially, the truth is that one day I was just sitting. So I just barbed my hair, you know, all this stone cold where there is no hair. Okay. So one guy just came. Just say, see your head, ugly. Everybody they were not laughing. Hey, ugly, die. I was just crying. That was the reason why I said I'm not going to that school again.
Honestly, I feel like that's a very brilliant decision you made, because if you ask me, that's bullying actually.
It's actually bullying.
Still presently now in the society, it's something like we're just starting to wake up.
Yes.
So now we're starting to address the societal defunct of bullying and all of that in school and all of those things. But anyways, thank God that happened, and then you decided not to go to that.
Go again, no.
Exactly. So during your learning phase at Akialabi, you said there was a time you wake up early in the morning.
Yes.
To the office, you open up the office, you clean. What was your mindset like that period? What were you thinking about?
So that was the period where I said I just had like a month left. Mm-hmm. So at that time, I would say everything just worked because they now gave me the key, because I stayed in the same street as the company was. So they gave me the key that, oh, you're just to go there and open and clean everywhere. So usually we open by 8 or 9, I think. So I'll go there by like 6 and start to on the system and start to practice on my own. So once I see that, because once you are sitting, there's a room there where you are sitting. Anybody that is coming, you see the person. So once I see someone, I'll just shut down and just pretend to not be doing anything. For like a month, that was what I was doing. So like a week before my time there was supposed to expire, my boss, Akin Alabina, said, oh, they went to do a music video that they should give me the rushes I should work.
The entire
music video that they should give me the rushes that I should do it.
This time, did he teach you anything on the system that this is how you cut, this is how you trim?
He had people there, so I was supposed to learn from those people.
But did those people teach you anything?
So I don't want to put anybody under the boss or say, but when there are some things where some people would say, oh, you're not ready to learn this yet, you're not ready to know this yet. So when it gets to that time, so it was more of stuff like that.
So basically, you also got your own knowledge.
So I had to so I would just what were they doing then? Mm-hmm. So anytime they are just working, I would just sit there, just be looking. So all those times, those 1 month, that's what I will now come and just be practicing. Okay, they do this one. So that Michael Labina said they should give me the rushes. So I now did it. And I'm like, okay, good. We'll extend your stay then. So they just increased my time there. Wow. And that was how.
Did you increase your pay as well?
No, there was no payment then.
Wow.
It was much later when I was now like really good with the edit. So yeah.
Yeah, but are you still in contact with?
Yes.
People there?
Yeah, not like everyone there.
Obviously,
but
like
yes, with
the relationship still good.
Yes, very good.
Very interesting. All right, so shooting for Oluwa Dollars. You said you discovered your love for. What I want to know now is it your love for cinematography or editing, or is it directing? Because I think now you're like almost like an embodiment of all these three.
Okay, the thing is, when I now started to like really enjoy this stuff, so I wanted to like do several things. I wanted to like grow to like the shooting aspect, give people lines, the directing aspect, and also after everything, you now come to the system and also edit. So I really wanted to know everything. So it was more of ×3 the work rate for me. So everything from the shooting, because basically when I'm shooting, I'm already editing in my head. Yeah. So that's why most times when I shoot, I say, oh, well, this is the wide shot, but this wide shot, I only want the first line because I know that's the only part I'm going to use this wide shot. Okay. So people are sometimes say, let's take this. I say, no. I'm the one editing. This is the only time I need this wide shot. So I just say, let's just take this wide shot for like the first 30 seconds. After that, we'll go to your close-ups. Wow. Because I'm already editing in my head.
I understand that. So you shoot, you direct, and then you edit.
Yes.
Let's go on a short break, and when we return, we still have Mr. Edem Victor with us, and we'll continue our conversation. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's still your favorite show, Hello Africa, brought to you by Blackdrum TV, and it's still the special interview segment with Mr. Edem Victor, content creator, filmmaker, and online, content director as well. I think I've run out of titles now to call you, but all right. So there's one funny thing you said, right, about your neighbor. Was it to event coverage? And the only reason why you went there was to eat puff and just enjoy the AC at some point. So you said that your neighbor covered events.
Yes.
So do you have experience covering events as well at some point?
Yes, that was actually where I now went to learn. That was like what they do basically to cover events.
That's
like
place.
No, not Akin Alabi. Before Akin Alabi, there was somebody. My boss then was Mr. Jamil. that was basically was just into events, you know, naming ceremony, all those basic things like that. So it was just events coverage. So that was what I was doing there.
You really like events coverage that much?
Yeah, I didn't really, not like I don't like it, but it was more of it is something that you have to be really, really, really detailed about. Not like every other thing doesn't have, like, because there are some things like whereby moments that if you miss them, it's gone. You can't say, oh, let's go back, let's take 2.
Sorry, when you were kissing the bride,
I missed it. So stuff like, and once you miss it for good, and stuff like that is not. So it has to be, and I won't say not everyone is ready to pay for stuff like that. I won't say that people are not paying. I know that people still pay very well, but not everybody is willing to pay. Say when you say, oh, I want to cover your event, okay, bring some amount. They say, is it not for you to just hold camera? So that's just.
I think we need to address that.
So basically, events.
People. All right. So you also talked about having a fear at some point during these 3 months paradigm shift in the phase of your lifetime. You said you questioned yourself that what are you doing with your life? At that point, what were you thinking? What was your mindset then?
Yeah, because this was after Computer Village, after the technical school. So there was a lot of going from one place to the other. What exactly are you doing? What exactly are you doing? So it was more of, do I even have a purpose? So that was more, so there was so much pressure. I honestly, I don't know if I'm supposed to say but there was so much pressure.
Yeah.
There was so much pressure, honestly.
So how did you manage that pressure and come out of that phase?
So I would say, I just, like I said, that 1 month, it was a big change. So aside from going to the work early to like practice, work rate, I started going on YouTube, doing like crazy stuffs, just to make sure that even if it is this 1 month, once I go out there, because in my mind it was after the 1 month they will say, oh, your time is up. So I was in my mind like, okay, once I'm going out there to like do this thing. So as God would have it, they said, oh, okay, I think you are going to be useful, so you have to stay with us for a while. So
after the DM from Odua Dollars, I started shooting for him. Were you still going back to Cannabis place?
Yes. Yes.
So now, obviously, you're no longer in a Cannabis.
Yes.
So at what point exactly did you come out and say, boss, I think I need to?
I think it was when myself and Odua Dollars started to like shoot regularly, sometimes like 2 times a week. So I could not meet up with the going to Cannabis place. So I just had to tell him, and yes, he was more than happy to like say, oh, you are ready to do this thing.
Did he do that freedom thing that he used to
do? No, freedom thing. He just gave me his blessings.
And that's very important.
Yes.
All right. Shout out to Odua Dollars. Thank you for.
Yes, that's my brother till now.
I think we should have a conversation with Odua at some point. All right. So do you see yourself becoming a major filmmaker for like the big screens? I'm talking Netflix, Hollywood, possibly, cinemas and all of that, like major projects.
Yes, yes, I see myself doing that.
Okay, that's where the goal is.
I won't say that's the goal, because what I'm still doing is also the goal. Yeah. But I still continue to evolve. So it's just for me to keep doing what I'm doing. Yeah. At the right time, those things will come. So and when they come, I'm going to be ready for them.
Well, I mean, Nollywood has come from a long way, from where Demons used to block subtitles on the screen to now having Rattlesnake, King of Boys. What do you think the future for Nollywood is going to look like?
I think it's going to be very good, because like there are some production houses where they now do like some of these old movies, they redo redo them like in the new, with the new actors, with the new, so it is like, the potential is there, because even the Hollywood people, they still do those old movies, they do them again. So it's more of like, these things should not just die. Let's work with them. And I think they are like really, really good actors, like directors too. So it's a great direction, and we have the likes of Netflix coming to Nigeria, Amazon coming to Nigeria, so the potential is yes.
Wow, I thought it was only Netflix.
So Netflix, Amazon too is coming to Nigeria, so the potential is there.
Why do I feel like you have something to do with Amazon coming
No, they are coming actually. Okay. They are coming to Nigeria.
So, last question. With everything happening in the country now, do you have any message to give or pass across to the government?
I think to the government, they just need to listen, because I don't think the present government, probably they listen, but they don't act. So I just don't know.
Action from them.
Yes, action to just reassure people that yes, because people cannot be crying about certain things. It's like saying to you and your mommy, you are crying to your mommy or your daddy, and you say, mommy, I want biscuits, mommy, I want biscuits for like 1 month, and you didn't get that biscuits. So it's more of you are crying, you are saying these things, you are doing these things, you go out to say these things, there are no results. So it's like you are not listening to these people, and you said they voted for you, but you don't listen to them. So why did you now come out for these people to vote for you if you're not going to listen to them? So just if you know that you're not going to listen to them, then let the person that will listen to them take over.
All right. So the government, we want you to listen to us and of course take actions to reassure us that you've heard us of our crimes. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll play a really short game and see who wins. Remember the last time Mr. Macaroni beat me? That was because I dabbled into acting. I shouldn't have done that. It was a terrible game. So let's take a short break. When we return, we'll try a new game with Edem Victor. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to still your favorite morning show, Hello Africa, brought to you by Blackdrum TV, and we're still with our content creator and filmmaker Edem Victor. Like I promised you before the break, it's time for a short game. Yay! So we're doing question games. Alright, so it's really simple. I'll ask Mr. Victor a question. He cannot answer my question, but he must reply me with another question. Like that, until someone runs out of questions. I think for like 60 seconds. Who's going to help us time? I think I'll just find my timer here. Alright, so I'm ready for that question.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go. How are you?
Jesus.
I'll ask him another question. Let me see. Let him get himself. Alright. Are you ready? What's your favorite food?
What state are you from?
I think. Oh God. Okay, so it's 1-1 now. You still have like 30 something seconds. Do you like the color green?
How many cameras are we using here?
Can you drive a car?
Is there light here?
Is your name Victor?
When is NEPA coming?
When last did you travel?
When did you come here?
When was the last time you had fried rice?
I ate. I ate.
Okay, so that's 2-1. We still have like 16 seconds. Alright, so do you want to start this time around?
Do you have a big TV?
Is white a color?
Is blue a color?
Is the president of America black? Alright guys, so thank you so much. It was a wrap. I think we're done, and that was really good. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on the show today. Stay with us when we return from a short break. You would see Edem Victor in action. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.